It's been a while since I've done a video on art because I was doing the garden, decorating, and just got lost in other things. What I was working on before was this is a watercolour where you add the colours on very thin and then build them up. And so I just done this freehand. Now I just draw things. But if you're trying to get really accurate bottles, that both sides were pretty much the same, you could use a compass, which I don't know if you can see here some of the marks. And what you do is, it's just like basic schoolwork. You won't be able to see these lines, I just have to explain them. By going here and coming round, that would be, you'd have the equal for a bottle. Now to make it a little bit slightly bigger, to get the middle where the spout is, you can do here and come across to here, and this line here, I'll just draw it although you can't see it. This would be the middle. Pen didn't work. The pen might show you, and this would be, you can't see this, so I'm just drawing round to where that would be. That would be the middle of the spout, and you can measure off from here, from there to there, and make a spout for your bottle, which would be that. So that would be in here where the lines cross. I've got a middle centre by using a compass. Now this made me think about maths, and then I was doing a simple maths question about, I'm not going to do videos on maths. I don't want to be responsible for everybody in Enfield getting a D. So, but this would be just by finding, you're given one coordinate and then you've got to find all the others by using a compass and coming round, and where the middle, the distance, and where the distance between there and there and there would be, you use your compass again. Now I did that on this because I've got to go to the dump and get rid of a lot of rubbish. This was one of the paint tins because we were painting, and what I've done is I've made it into a table. Now there's the top of the table and there's the legs, and it's a tripod, so I wanted to, I measured the diaphragm, divided it, multiplied it by pi, got the circumference, and I measured off round where the holes would go to screw in the legs. So it is slightly maths, and that was made out of paint tin. This table's made out of a Ferrero Rocher box. Is that right? The right Ferrero Rocher. Ferrero Rocher. Okay, that's it.
It's on the top, you'll see.
Yeah, that's Ferrero Rocher. And because what's going to happen, I've got some. Eventually, I've got, when we can get a nice night, because the date we picked. And this is a Quality Street table. And again, the screws go in. Now obviously this wouldn't be a good idea for young children because I had to use a drill for that. But it was just an idea for getting rid of rubbish and doing things around the house. What I'm doing is I'm going to plant the chair, when we have people round, plant the chairs round the garden and have their own little table beside with their glass of wine or a bottle of beer just on there. And basically that was that, except there's one thing when I was going over on maths, I wouldn't do so much, and I wouldn't do anything about what you've got to do. I'm not going to read these out. I've been working on, this is equivalent of straight line graphs. Now what you've got to do with these, if you can see, you must learn the formulas, because formulas, some formula for spheres, they give you the formula, but they don't give you formulas anymore. So you've got to remember formulas like it was the timetables for trigonometry. You'd have to learn, basically remember these, and that is one of the things I found a little bit of a problem. I can do it at the time, but if I've not done it for a few months, I forget them. So it's a constant going over measures of pie charts, the formulas for pie charts. Oh, that was me just doing the diameter, measuring the diameter by pi. Now all I do is, if you get a pi question without a calculator in an exam, it'll be an approximate. So you get a special, a little set between one or two degrees or whatever it is. But on this is a scientific calculus. This is good for GCSEs because you've got all your cos, tan, all your trigonometry. You've got your you can do all your powers for your powers, and you can do for square root, and work out. There's your pi down there. I mean, it's been a little while since I looked at it, but basically that is an essential, and it's got to be the same one. This is a Casio. It's got to be the same one as the teacher uses, because if there's a problem, it's the teacher doesn't know the calculator, you've got a problem. So if you use the same as the teachers or your tutor, it'll be. But these are just basically, I'll go through what I can. I'm getting told to hurry up. All your formulas. Now for spheres, you're given the formulas for spheres usually, but not for practically everything else, and that includes square root, includes area, and volume, various speed, time, distance, all that sort of thing, anything, and working out any gases, or I can't remember the word, but they tell us we had to work out the volume, what was in the gas volume of a fizzy drink, things like that. It's really interesting, I suppose. And basically, that's all I was going to do at the moment. I was just remember that you can use, if you want to be really accurate, which I'm not usually, use a compass, and you've got rulers and all that. I find when you start using a ruler to get your lines in, you've got to keep going with it. Whereas if you're just doing it abstract, you just bash it in. Whereas if you're really accurate drawings, once you start with equipment, you've got to use it all the time on that particular drawing, which I have done in the past. And if it was needed, and someone wanted a particular, say a building or a particular drawing, and it had to be accurate, well, I would do it. Might take a couple of tries for practice to get back into it, but I'm sure I could. I'll just leave it for that now, because I haven't been drawing much. I've been busy doing other things. Okay, bye.